Episode 1 Extended. Origins Forgotten. What if everything we've been taught about our origins is just the edited version? Imagine ancient texts, older than the Bible, describing sky beings descending to Earth, not as spirits, but as physical entities, teachers, builders, geneticists. This is not fiction. These accounts exist. Hidden in the Book of Enoch, buried in the Enuma Elish, etched in Sumerian, Akkadian, Babylonian, and Assyrian clay tablets, they speak of beings we call the Annunaki. The Book of Enoch. The Watchers descend. Let's begin with the Book of Enoch, a text once considered sacred, then banned from most versions of the Bible. It speaks of Watchers, a group of 200 beings who descended in the days of Jared and took human wives. These unions produced the Nephilim, giants of ancient legend. But more than that, it hints at a pre-flood civilization shaped by otherworldly knowledge. But who were the Watchers really? Where did they come from? And why does this story mirror so many others from cultures that never met? Zecharia Sitchin, in The Return to Sumer, enter Zecharia Sitchin, a scholar of ancient languages who retranslated Sumerian tablets and opened a forbidden door. According to Sitchin, the Anunnaki weren't mythological gods. They were extraterrestrial beings from a distant planet called Nibiru, with a highly elliptical orbit that brings it near Earth every 3,600 years. And why did they come here? Not to rule, not to preach, but to mine gold, a substance they needed to repair their atmosphere. Earth was rich with it, but the mining was laborious. The Anunnaki began to rebel. That's when one of them, Enki, proposed a radical solution: create a new being, one that could work for them. We as Homo sapiens, engineered to serve Enki, didn't evolve us, he built us. The tablets describe the use of essence, a word Sitchin believed referred to genetic material. Enki and the earth goddess Ninhursag used this essence to create Adamu, the first man, blending Anunnaki genes with primitive hominids. This wasn't done with sticks and spells. It was done in the House of Life, possibly an ancient laboratory. The Garden of Eden? Sound like mythology? Or early genetic engineering? A pre-form of CRISPR? The Enuma Elish in the divine hierarchy, ancient Mesopotamian texts like the Enuma Elish describe the cosmic family drama among the Anunnaki. At the top was Anu, the sky god boss and supreme ruler of the heavens. His two sons were Enlil and Enki, polar opposites in purpose and personality. Enlil, god of wind, storms, and command, strict, controlling, saw humans as dirty and a threat. Enki, god of water, knowledge, mischief, and creation, compassionate, rebellious, our alleged father of creation. Then there was Ninhursag, the mother goddess, also known as Mami or Kai. She was the biological alchemist, the one who helped bring early humans into existence. These weren't just symbols. The tablets treat them as real beings, with human-like missions, rivalries, and consequences. The artifacts, carvings, seals, and clay tablets. So, is there evidence? Yes, thousands of clay tablets, some older than the Bible by millennia. Many are housed in the British Museum and the Louvre. Cylinder seals depict winged beings towering over humans, manipulating tree-like structures that some interpret as the double helix. Others show star systems, planetary alignments, and spacecraft-like disks. The famous Sumerian king list documents rulers who reigned for tens of thousands of years before the Great Flood. Are these just symbolic numbers, or a record of something we're not ready to understand? The civilizations that followed. The Anunnaki narrative runs through Sumer, Akkad, Babylon, and Assyria, the world's first advanced civilizations. They didn't just appear, they arrived suddenly with complex laws, advanced astronomy knowledge, mathematics, irrigation systems, writing systems like cuneiform all at once. No transition, no learning curve, just instant downloaded knowledge. And every culture from past times credited it to the gods from the sky. Myth, history, or both? So we ask again, is this mythology or fragments of a forgotten history misinterpreted through the filters of modern religion and politics? Why were these texts buried, burned, or declared heretical? Why does nearly every ancient civilization speak of gods, plural, descending from the heavens, giving knowledge, taking wives, and shaping human destiny? Conclusion: are we the product or the inheritors? If the Anunnaki were real, if Enki shaped our DNA, if the Book of Enoch, the Enuma Elish, and Sitchin's translations are even partly accurate, then we are not just children of one God and evolution. We are the offspring of intervention, and maybe, just maybe, our creators never really left. They've just gone underground, into stories, symbols, bloodlines, religions, power structures, and now we're beginning to remember. This was the extended version of episode 1 of a 10-part series exploring the lost history of human origins, the Watchers, the Anunnaki, and their influence on our world today. Hit the bell and subscribe so we can give you more knowledge from this different angle. Because in episode 2, we asked the question mainstream historians are afraid to answer. Is this mythology, or is it very well-known suppressed history?